I always wanted to be in radio. I never knew anything I wanted to do but be on the air.
Live from the nation's capital, the Peabody Award-winning Larry King Show, America's favorite talk program.
One day somebody quit. The guy says, you're on Monday morning. I didn't sleep all weekend. I came in Monday, and I was a disc jockey. I had my own show from 9 to 12. And I went on the air and panicked, couldn't think of a thing to say. Had a record playing, faded the record down, brought it up, faded it down. Didn't know what to do. It was important. The story's important only because the general manager opened the door, and I'm afraid I can't think of anything to say. And all he said was, "This is a communications business," and he slammed the door. And what I did was immediately turn the microphone on. I can remember this like yesterday, May 1st, 1957, and I said, "This is my first day on the air. I wanted this all my life. I'm scared to death. I've been fading the record. I don't know what to say." And the general manager just opened the door and said, "This is a communications business, so I better communicate." And from that day on, I knew I was home. The thing I like doing best is communicating. I like it verbally. I like it on television. I like asking questions of people. I like being aware that people are listening to me. I had a radio interviewer in Miami tell me once, "I've heard everything there is to be said." I haven't. I don't know more than my guests know. I can disagree with some guests, but I don't know more. And it's always a learning project, always. And one thing I've discovered in 26 years of interviewing, two things. One, there isn't a person I have ever met who doesn't like to talk about what they do for a living. Not one. Everyone likes to talk about what they do for a living. And two, if they're comfortable with who they're talking to, they'll talk about anything. I'm never argumentative with a guest, and I'm never obnoxious with a guest. The guest is the star of the show. If you turn on my show and I have a guest on, and if you turn it on 5 straight nights and you hear me talking, that's a bad show. Guest is the star. Now, when the guest leaves, we do a 2-hour session called Open Phone America. That's where I'm fielding questions and comments and exchanging them with the listeners. And I can be rude and I can be obnoxious because when the caller comes on the air, it doesn't matter if they agree with me or disagree with me, that's not essential, are they to the point? Are they relevant? If they're trying to be funny, are they funny? It's very subjective. I'm the only judge. I got the hand and I got the button. Sometimes you have to be rude. Because we only have 1 hour, we're going to limit the callers to tops 2 questions each, and we go to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, Larry King. Good evening. Thank you. Hold it.
A radio audience is different from a television audience, and that is a radio audience gives you its full attention. But if you're doing a talk show and the person has you on, you're not background. And it requires your full attention because it requires your imagination because you don't have sight, you only have sound. Television can be distracting. For example, I don't like the way the guest looks. I don't like the set. I don't like the movement. I don't like the way they're breaking. I don't like the way he moves his arm. I don't like the way his jaw looks. You have none of that on radio. On radio, all you have is the sound of 2 people or 3 people talking.
This is Talk to America. Talk to America, a live worldwide telephone talk show in which you, the listener, question a prominent American. Now, with today's guest, here is the host of Talk to America, Larry King.
Thank you. Welcome to this rather historic occasion for the Voice of America and for broadcasting internationally. San Salvador, El Salvador. Hello.
Hello.
Ideas were exchanged and opinions were offered. And it was live. And then you start to grow that, and, hopefully more people will communicate with more people. I think it's certainly an opening step, and I'd like to see much more of it. I'd like to see more countries do it. I'd like to see Open Phone Moscow. Wouldn't that be nice?
You're listening to The Larry King Show. Here again, Larry King.